sorry. I'll try harder.
NBA Youngboy has been
Hello, girl.
quietly
What's
taking
going
care of his
on?
health. He's also currently
I
living in South
I
Korea.
wasn't intending
Let's talk
on
about it.
calling you today, but I see that NBA Youngboy has disassociated himself from the United States, and I wanted to find out the reasons why. And it looks like he's just trying to get away because the country itself has memories that causes him pain. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Just tune in. It ain't gonna be that long. Okay. All right. Hey y'all, what's going on? How y'all doing? As y'all heard me, I wasn't gonna come on here, but I saw that NBA YoungBoy was trending because he has came out and spoke about his battles with his health, his mental health, and also his decision to no longer reside within the United States. And I find that to be very mature. But I first wanted to take a look. I kind of wanted to see if y'all really understood if y'all knew what y'all had been looking at when y'all was looking at him anyway. He came across my feed about a month ago, and I said, this boy's looking different, all right? Looks today, the former picture was how he looked when he was younger. I understand he's done some things to himself, but he doesn't look quite the same as he did. Now, this is a picture of an intense person, like deep, so to speak, because in order for a person to even have the ability to reach people the way that he had to come from deep within himself. I mean, as a woman and that carries a nurturing spirit, I can look and see that that's what's going on. But to the untrained eye, y'all gonna say, oh, he sounds so good, oh, he doing this. But did y'all ever start to think why he made all them babies? Did y'all ever start to think why he put all those women through so much hell? That was pain and trauma. But anyway, let's go ahead and see what he has to say, because he's giving his body a rest and he needs to. He is quoted as saying right here, a doctor told me that the left side of my heart was swollen and I never told nobody, he revealed. And we do that all the time to ourselves. We work and we be in pain and we don't say nothing. And this is a young man who is saying that the doctor told him that his heart, and y'all know how much energy this boy is using on stage. This boy is jumping up and down. He's rapping. All that takes energy. And your heart is the wellspring. That's literally why you work out for conditioning, to get your heart stronger, because it's a muscle. But he was saying that the left side of his was swollen, but he continued to move forward to make music because that's his love. He said, I just kept doing every show. I finished my tour out like that because he had a job to do, to entertain y'all. Y'all are his peers and y'all are what pay his bills. He said his heart is still a little swollen, which would explain why he took an extended break. Now, we're going to go and look at his decision to leave the United States. And first, I wanted to do one thing, okay? Did decide to relocate, and I saw somewhere where they said that he has had, anyway, I saw where he stated as having a lot of pain and trauma. So I said, well, let me see what type of pain and trauma that he's had, because I wanted to see for myself. So looks like he had, in childhood, he had a rough childhood and family hardship, severe injury. He broke his neck as a toddler, and he was nearly paralyzed, or it almost killed him. And the medical treatment left deep scars on his forehead. So his forehead tells the story. His father was absent. His father was sentenced to 55 years in prison, leaving him without consistent parental guidance. Yeah, y'all caught me, I can't read. A rough environment. He grew up in poverty, surrounded by community violence in Baton Rouge, eventually dropping out of school in the 9th grade and spending time in a detention center. He has also faced mental health issues, depression and isolation. He has frequently addressed deep mental anguish. I can't read that, and feeling or something about being alone. says here, feelings of being on edge in his music, such as the track Life Support, long-term confinement, years spent dealing with intense legal scrutiny, strict house arrest conditions, and separations from normal social support systems have heavily impacted his physiological well-being. Talks about what they experience, but they don't understand, or they talk about what they've experienced, but it shapes them for who they are. The impacts of childhood trauma affect relationships, emotions, their behavior, cognition, that's your movements, your disassociation, that's disconnected from people emotionally, physical health, that's stress, and a sense of self. So a lot of times him going from woman to woman in those different relationships is because he really wasn't connected to himself emotionally. He was just out there and enjoying himself. And a lot of times people get in these relationships to feed off of the energy of feeling good because they don't know how to self-soothe or make themselves feel better, so they use the energy of others. And now he has 13 children that he can get all that energy from. But I wanted to go ahead and take a look at this article about him no longer coming to the United States, and then I'm done. I just wanted to touch on that, and I kind of am proud of him for coming out and talking about this to us, and also taking care of his health. I like how he looks. I do. I didn't know who he was when I saw him. I was like, who is this? But I like how he's cleaned himself up and transform the rough look to a more smoother edge. He looks nice, and I hope his health is his first priority, especially since he made all them kids, and he made it with a bunch of women, and he don't really know them heifers. Cause how you know 13 damn women, you ain't number 20-something years old? It's not making sense. He know their asses for a night. So let's look at this article real quick, because these men got to stop dropping these babies on these women and just leaving them like that. Y'all don't be knowing who y'all be sticking y'all penises, and y'all just be doing that shit. Youngboy has had a difficult road over the last few years. He has spent time in prison while also handling mental health struggles from the trauma he has endured. Youngboy has consistently spoke about his trauma, his music. In a recent interview with Funny Marco, on Open Thoughts, he got to make those struggles just a bit more public. At one point in the interview, Youngboy even admitted to the fact that he would no longer be living in the United States. He revealed that he is actually living in South Korea right now. While he didn't explain his reasoning behind South Korea specifically, it seems clear that he no longer wants to deal with the United States of America. Y'all remember a lot of them do that. Michael Jackson, they all do that. They tour and they find they don't want to be here. Funny Marco asked Youngboy if he would ever consider moving back to the United States, and Youngboy said never in life, although he was open to the possibility of being a tourist at some point. And he's not running from his kids, because he said clearly, that's what planes are for, meaning that his kids, he has enough money to take care of them kids. He can send for his kids, so he's not running from being a daddy. He had previously been living in Utah, where he had a ranch and neighbors who were beginning to warm up to his presence. Now he is living in a completely different culture in South Korea, which is fine, because sometimes to get away, because it's not necessarily saying that other people aren't friendly to people. It's just saying that he's open to meeting people. He just had to get away from the environment. So we'll look over a few comments, because there's some comments, and I just wanted, these are the comments of y'all. I ain't say none of this. This is how y'all feel. TNOSZN said, I feel you, man. Got to take care of yourself and health. I've been dealing with stuff for 4 years and a half or 5 years, but been going through health issues and stuff aside from music. Rose and Mop said, all that yelling in the booth ain't good for your heart, doctor. Matt Daddy Captain said, you supposed to be gangster and not care about dying, remember? Somebody said, play a NBA Youngboy for life support, Youngboy game. Somebody said, see, that's why you're not supposed to go to the gym. That's why you're supposed to go to the gym and work out and diet. And then
Thanks for tuning in.
G07D said, like you always do, right? And then Big Bubba 269 said, those photos are old on my profile. Looks like, I don't know what that person's God, Tay Jeffrey. I don't know. Oh, on God and his 27th birthday coming up. Oh, God and his 27th birthday coming up. So it looks like his fans are supporting his decision. So let's send Youngboy some well wishes and stuff, that his health is maintained, because he's a father. Okay? This is Baby Girl 401. Take care of y'all health. Health first. Health is